electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Tennessee Titans.
Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And this carries into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The tackle made.
Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's second and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5.
Jacobs.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Joseph. It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a third and 5. From the gun, it's Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. He will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time.
41-yard line.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. Written the tight end. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
15 yards on the play, first down.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
10 more there and another first down. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Tennessee.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 37.
He's brought down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Tannehill keeps on the sneak. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. A little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
A gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He'll let this go deep for runs. He's got it with the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry runs 62 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. He finds Corey Davis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
At the 20-yard line.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On first down, Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Great read, and it's picked off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
All right, CD, I want to fit in your preseason predictions here. This is now our 5th year together in the booth. Hard to believe time flies, but it's an annual tradition that you tell us how you think things are going to shape up in each conference. Let's start with your thoughts on the AFC.
All right, let's start in the East. I like the Bills. In the South, I like Indianapolis despite their loss on opening day. In the North, I like Baltimore. And out West, of course, I like Kansas City. For wild cards, I like the Chargers coming out of the West. I think in the East, New England is going to get the nod. And then out of the North, I'm taking Pittsburgh. Remember, we got that extra team in the playoffs this year. And then when the playoffs break down, I do think it's going to come down to Baltimore and Kansas City in the AFC. And Baltimore, by a nose, goes to the Super Bowl.
And just to be different from you, I like your conference championship matchup. I'll take Mahomes and the Chiefs heading back to the Super Bowl yet again.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. He'll look downfield for Humphreys. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Completes it to Aguilar. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because We often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
At the 29-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On third down, Henry. First down and much more for Henry. He'll get this down to the 39-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
It's a game.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
29.
Again, this is their fullback. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Farrell, that got in there to bring him down.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
His throw caught right around the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. An extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Right side. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 67 yards. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Carr now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Back at the 42.
On 2nd down now. It's Jacobs. And we'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
27-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. It's caught by Aguilar. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take it like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Carr completes it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Flush to his right.